Hi, I'm Randy Hollenbeck, and this is the Music Roundtable. Today on the show, we have new wave rap artist Kenshi Main.
How's it going?
They say I don't say shit. Lately I've been geeked as fuck. Lately I've been stuck in my own matrix and I made it all. Red pill, blue pill, all of them look the same to me. Till I morph into Neo and dodge bullets and grenades. They say I don't say shit. Lately I've been geeked as fuck. Lately I've been stuck in my own matrix and I made it all. Red pill, blue pill, all of them look the same to me. Till I morph into Neo and dodge bullets.
I just wanted to get into some fun, easy questions to start out. What was the first album you ever bought?
First album I ever bought myself was a Big Sean tape. I was like 17. I grew up with like no money, so whenever I got my first job, I was like, yeah, let's buy some things. And that was one of the first things I bought was the Decisions tape. It was like back in 2017, and I still hold some tribute to that. Like that album really inspired me to start doing music. So yeah.
Okay. First concert you attended?
Now I don't remember attending, but I went to a Nickelback concert when I was like 4 or 5. I don't remember it though, but my sister took me to one, and yeah, but I don't remember it.
Okay. Let's dig into a little bit of history. What sparked your interest in music, and what age did that happen?
So I went through a rough patch when I was younger. Dealt with some abandonment issues, abusive, intoxicated father, all of that stuff. My viewers know I post it all on my TikTok, so they kind of have an idea of what I went through. But it all started when I was like 7 years old, and it like grew this big interest of like me wanting to express myself because I had no one to like express myself to or even talk to. So music has always been like my coping mechanism. It's always been my other person to talk to. So I used it to vent. And you know how like therapists will say like write it on a piece of paper and throw it away. I kind of use music like that until 2017. So it was just like something that I could use to pass the time and escape all the BS that I was going through. So, yeah, it was like 7 years old. I started doing poetry. I also like I play instruments too. So like I play piano. Uh, I picked up piano somewhere down the line. I don't remember where I learned that, but I know how to play piano. I also know how to play guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was like 3 or 4. Just very like multi-talented. So like I've just picked up things. I'm like, yeah, I want to try that, and then boom, I'm doing it. So that's kind of how production is done too. I started making beats when I was like 8 years old, so that I've just been musically talented all throughout.
So music is kind of like your escape, but you could also like express yourself through your music.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Um, who would you say are some of your musical influences?
So I have a lot, but I'm gonna try to narrow it down to 5. That's gonna be hard, but we're gonna try to do this. So when I first started doing music, I like really like gravitated towards like Green Day, Nirvana, and stuff like that. And then my mom showed me these rap tapes of like Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Rakim, and all that. So I just really clung to the rap stuff more. Um, but I'd have to say one of my biggest influences of all time is Eminem, because I used to be on that Eminem spiritual miracle lyrical swimming pool, blah, 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 blah. Like I used to do all that stuff. So Eminem's always going to be my influence. Um, but yeah, Nirvana, Green Day, Bleak 182, and Juice World, because Juice World is another one of my biggest pushes to, like, get me to even do music professionally. So yeah.
Okay. Um, like your writing style, is it usually words before the music, or how does that work?
So what I do, I just throw on a beat, I vibe to it. Some of my homies will send me beats. I have like a set producer. I've had him before I got signed to Nightfall, but yeah, he'll just send me beats and stuff, and I'll just listen to them and I'll vibe with them, and then I'll just freestyle on them. I've been able to do that for like 3 years. I never used to be able to freestyle. All my stuff before was written and stuff. It was more like articulated, but it also sounded forced. So I tried to, like, change my perception on like music and listening to more artists to like better, be able to get what I want to say out, but not make it sound like it's forced or rushed. So I just started one day, and I was working at Walmart with my friend, and he slid on a beat while we were stocking shelves, and I just started freestyling. He's like, "Yo, that was hard. That was hard. Like, you have no idea. You have no idea what you even said, did you?" I was like, I was just spitting. So ever since that day, I've just been freestyling on beats. Shout out to TRS Lee, Cody. That's my homie. A1 since day one. But yeah, I just get on the mic and I start saying stuff, and I'll save that clip, and then I'll record another one just until it like sounds like I want it to. You know, that that's kind of like my process.
Yeah, like when you were saying you were writing stuff down, but then when you started free flowing, it all came out. It wasn't kind of like forced.
No, it was more natural. I was able to breathe, and like it sounded better on the beat. Like my lyrics weren't too ahead of the beat, weren't too behind. I was on beat the whole entire time, and that was my problem with writing. Was like, and that is the hardest thing though, because like you'll get to writing something, and then like you have to stop the beat, and then when you stop the beat, you bang yourself because you either have that 2 seconds off where it'll be on beat, or you'll take the chance and it won't be on beat, then you have to freestyle anyway. So it's just, freeing is just way better to get your message out faster and easier. It sounds more cleaner. It's just my personal opinion.
Okay. Have you ever collaborated with like another artist on one of their tracks?
Yes, I have. I did a whole collaboration EP, like, I want to say like before COVID hit or after COVID. I think it was before, but don't quote me on it. It was Elm Street. I had a friend named Breckley. I did a whole EP with him. That was like a whole collaboration EP. I also collaborate with producers too. I've done beats with other producers, but I didn't want any credit for them because I'm an artist. I just, I produce to have fun. But yeah, I mainly rap. So I have those out there. I also did a couple other songs with an artist named Merc in my town. One of them's unreleased, and one of them he did release. It's called "What You Mean." Yes, I've dabbled with collaborating. I also went down to California and did a whole EP with a producer named DJ Flip. I don't know if you've heard of the name, but he produced one song off of Trippie Redd's album "Love Is" that not "Love Is Rage." What is it called? I can't think of the name. But he produced for Trippie Redd, and I worked with him, worked with his producer, did a whole EP there, and that was fun. I honestly want to do it again, but yeah, yeah, I have.
Now, like working with different producers and stuff, you get their kind of like experience and take on different things. Do you use that going forward, like what you're learning from different producers?
Yeah, all I'm doing is learning. I'm learning with the producer if he's new. I'm also, picking up tips on what they do with like mixing and mastering and like arrangements and stuff like that. I've always wanted to, you know, better my sound, better my craft, and getting to where I can sound like radio ready, like all of these other artists that are in the game. So I've picked up a couple things from DJ Flip, his producer. He does so many things with like mixing and mastering that I did not do. I wasn't aware of it. Whenever he was saying these terms, I was like, "What?" So you have to slow down. But once I, was like understanding stuff, and he was showing me like, "Yo, this is where this needs to be. This needs to be down. You need to cut the low fat down. You need to do all this stuff." So I was just taking mental notes as he was doing stuff, and also taking stuff from my local producers too, because I did a couple songs with producer here, Tommy Cole. He has a certain way of like mixing and mastering and stuff like that. So I was just trying to kind of like pay attention to how he does his EQ and stuff, and picked up on that. So it's just all elements from like different places I've kind of picked up on and toned in on. Still learning
Okay. When do you know a song is finished?
now. When I play it in the car and it doesn't sound muddy. That's usually when I know the song is finished. It doesn't sound like crap. So
But I know sometimes, you're in the studio, you're putting layers and layers and layers on stuff. Sometimes less is better, you know. Some Now, say you got your song completed and you're how many days does it take you to figure out, okay, it is completed, there's nothing more that needs to be added or taken out?
so honestly, it could take me on a good day 1 day, but there have been days where it's taken an entire like week almost to get it to sound the way I want. I have a bunch of songs in the vault, dude. I like don't even want to touch them, but I know I'm gonna have to go down the line and touch them. And those ones are still sitting, and that's been sitting there for a month. So it just all depends on like what I want to hear, and if I can't hear it, I'll put it to the back burner, but then I'll forget about it, and then I'll come back to it and be like, "Oh yeah, I did that. Okay, yeah, let me work on this." So it just depends, really.
Do you ever test a song out on some of your friends before you release it?
I do. I do. I actually tested out Elixir. That's a unreleased song that's going to be coming soon. Date is TBD. But the entire time I was making the song, I did it verse by verse by like, just like raw. And I was showing it to people that I work with first to kind of see their reaction, because typically reaching out to your friends first, you'll get a yes man and be like, "Oh yeah, drop that, da 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 da." But it's like, yeah, you don't want to go off the first word. Get another opinion that isn't, biased and isn't really gonna steer you the wrong direction. So I was showing people at work, and they were telling me like, "Yo, like this is really hard, but it doesn't sound like, clear enough." I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's raw, but I just want to see if you like the overall idea." And they were like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I really like the idea. It sounds fun. It sounds really, really cool. Just fix the mastering and stuff." So I'm like, "All right, all right." So fixed all that stuff up, showed everyone. My whole entire workplace likes the song. Um, so yeah, I sent it in to Brandon finally. I was like, "Yo, do you like this? Please tell me." And he was like, yes." So yeah, I do show a lot of my friends stuff and people who I don't know, because they're gonna be more, honest than some of your friends. So
Hmm. Okay. I wanted to talk about your EP Matrix. The first song, Matrix. You sing red pill, blue pill. They all look the same to me, and then you're referencing dodging bullets and hand grenades, like a Matrix movie reference in there. Can you tell me a little bit about that song?
So, Matrix, that song was basically just to foreshadow the entire EP of what I wanted to explain. So, like, I've had a lot of problems with addiction and escaping those things as far as like getting stuck in that matrix. So, kind of the dodging bullets, like dodging bullets and hand grenades. That part was like basically explaining like um, I'm dodging what could have been my overall result of sticking around and being an addict. So it's kind of me just like escaping that, and yeah, just overall references. I took the wrong decision, made out of that decision, and now I'm better. I'm 3 years sober, but yeah, we've all had bad ups and downs, but as long as I know I can overcome them, that's what matters. So that whole and my whole entire catalog, discography, is all about me overcoming stuff. Because I've been self-reliant. I never used to go to therapy. I used to just deal with it myself and use music to cope. So it's basically just a victory song of me overcoming everything.
Say I don't say shit. Lately I've been geeked as fuck. Lately I've been stuck in my matrix and I made it all. Red pill, blue pill, all of them look the same to me. Till I'm orphaned to Neo and dodge bullets and grenades. Super geek, super freak. Ice is too cold, I beat the heat. I'm not like your dad, I won't ever leave. Rent free in your head like I be a leech. If karma just says to life is a beach, won't say it again, you know what I mean. If I had to explain it, control out the lead. These thoughts are too fast for you, they elite. I got on my duffel, I put it 6 feet. Put you in a chokehold, you ain't gonna speak. Pedal to metal, I'm going full speed. Throwing the piece the minute I leave. Harder than hell, that's the way that I be. Demons in my head and they gonna speak. Ain't holding my tongue, no more tongue in cheek. I made a mess, I'm free to see. Yeah. Say I don't say shit. Lately I've been geeked as fuck. Lately I've been stuck in my matrix and I made it all. Red pill, blue pill, all of them look the same to me. Till I'm orphaned to Neo and dodge bullets and...
The next song is called Not Over, and you start out at the beginning, how much longer till it's over, take the pain away. Took the pills and they made me colder, take them anyway. Like, I was reading some of the other lyrics, like, you know, here's the deal, take the pill, it will give you chills, but won't heal. It's gonna make you feel like you're not here, but how many times till you're not here? Like, if you keep on taking these pills, you're gonna die, and they're not healing you. And it seems like a little bit about talking about the healthcare system, because it's not there to cure you, it's just there to keep you going.
Yeah, yeah. It's a double entendre. It's mainly though about me shining the light on what I was going through with popping those pills, and my uh, second person in the back of my head's telling me like, yo, this isn't right. Like, how much more till you're no more? Like, what are you going to do at that point? There's nothing you can do at that point. So that's one of the driving forces that got me to stop. Also, like, uh, friends and stuff like that, they saw what I was going through. They were like, yo, this ain't for you, man. Like, can't be doing this. Like, I don't like seeing you this way. Like, you're turning into something you're not. Like, I don't like this. And I didn't like it. I didn't even like myself. So that song was kind of just trying to show the addicts that, there is a way out. There is a way to stop what you're doing, analyze everything, and ask yourself, are you really happy with where you're at right now? Are you really comfortable with doing what you're doing and knowing that there is no, there's no good ending of this story, like at all. Like, it's something they got to understand. And that was one of the things that, again, helped me end that. So it's kind of just shining a light on that.
How much longer until it's over? Take the pain away, take the pain away. Took the pills and he made me colder. Take them anyway, take them anyway. Standing in the dark, standing in the rain, I felt like I was just another mistake. Wanted to quit life's game, but it's not over, not over. I feel I am trapped in a maze, wondering why I feel this way. Nothing else that takes away the pain and taking two blunts to the face.
What's your plans for 2025?
So first 6 months, I'm gonna be dropping singles, just to kind of reset my vault and get what I want to get out of my vault, bit by bit, piece by piece. Maybe rewrite it, scrap a couple songs that's in it, and just delete it forever. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but in those 6 months, I'm gonna be releasing like 1 or 2 songs every month. So that is what I do know. I am working on a project, but don't know what I'm going to put in it yet. That's kind of like been my thing lately, where I'll have a good idea for a project and then it just doesn't drop. I just release singles instead. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put in it. I have a good idea, but what I'm going to put in it, though, is kind of the lingering question mark. And I'm gonna be doing some work, and then I'll probably end up leaking it here soon, the next couple months to come. So yeah, just kind of trying to go through some of my music and get it out first.
Any upcoming shows?
Maybe. I'm pretty certain that we're gonna have a couple shows, but yeah, I haven't talked to Brandon a whole lot yet about it. But yeah, I will. I'll probably end up doing a couple shows. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any like special techniques you use to promote like an upcoming album or an upcoming single that you use like on social media or anything like that?
Now promotion. I just kind of try to make videos about it, like leaking it first. I'll do a couple like SEO videos on like TikTok and like show like the lyrics on it, like how like those AI videos that I'm talking about, how it'll be like one video on and then it'll be like the main entire thing what you're actually trying to watch. That's kind of what I try to do with my music lately, because I've noticed a trend with that. Like those types of videos get more views versus just you throwing the audio video on TikTok and it only gets like 80 views and like 3 like clicks and like maybe 1 follow, versus that type of video that's like, it looks like it's AI generated and those get like 1,500 views, like 80 likes and like 7 shares, like 3 saves. Like it's just, I've noticed that. So I've been trying to, incorporate that AI look about my, promotion and content on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. And I'm mainly active on TikTok and Instagram too. So I'll like share stuff on there, share stuff on Instagram, just to kind of, and then I'll like watch like other people's, content and what they share and see their kind of return on their SEO and like what their likes are looking like, so that way I can like try to take inspiration from their stuff, not take it, but like take inspiration from it and then make it my own thing and then try to work on that like that. So it's kind of been my process lately. It's just learning the algorithm is the most hardest thing because it changes every month. and keeping on it is like insane. Like once you get going on one thing, that one thing dies like that the next month, and then you're like, what the fuck? Like, I've had a good groove going, I had a good mojo going. Why is it dropping? And it's because it's the same stuff. People's attention spans are smaller, so you got to work with people and stuff like that. But yeah, just kind of understanding the algorithm right now is my biggest problem. But we're working on it.
So basically, every month you have to come up with something new and unique to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, to keep people listening, to keep people watching and expecting, like, okay, yeah, he's got this coming soon. We're definitely going to tune in. Because whereas, I've also seen this too, like in my local town. There will be people who say, like, one video, they'll be like, yeah, I got a song coming out. Listen to it. By the next week, everyone's forgot about that. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you did one video of promotion, but now you release a song and it's crickets. That's why. So, yeah, just kind of learning things and observing.
Yeah, you have to keep it like memorable so they remember it and come back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. How can we get a hold of you? Facebook, Instagram?
So I mainly do all platforms. I'm really active and social on. Um, Mainly, you could just text me. That's like the best way to reach out to me is like text message. But I am active on Instagram. I do answer and respond to DMs on Instagram. TikTok, I don't really use DMs on it, but like if you comment something, I'll just tell you like, hey, just message me or DM me. But that's the best way to like get a hold of me.
That's all the questions I have. Thanks for coming on the show today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah. So my name is Kenshi Main, KEN$HI Main. You can listen to my music on all platforms. I do got a song coming really soon called Elixir. Date is TBD, but it is coming soon. Just stay tuned. And with that being said, deuces.
Can't escape my fate. How long will it take for me to get my mind straight? I don't know, but I know this for sure. Need to get out my brain. Okay, here's the deal. Say you take the pill, it'll give you chills, but it won't heal. It gon' make you feel like you're not here. But how many more until you're not here? How much longer